In this video we will show how to prepare an AutoCAD schematic diagram for the ClimateSync. So before we start, the first thing we need to know is to have unit lists. The unit list, which you can download from the website, is an Excel sheet. You have on it 22 different application types that you can have for each zone. So here you have the samples from A to FF, all the different samples. You will watch a separate video of how to configure this. In any event, we have here ClimateSync number 1, which is configured where zones 1 and 2 are type AA, application type AA, 3 and 4 BB, then we have C, D, E, and F. Now let's have a look. How do we translate this to a schematic diagram? So here we're going to go to AutoCAD, and here we have the model of the schematic diagram. We can see at the top we have 8 wiring centers. Those 8 wiring centers are the 8 different wiring centers we can design on a single sheet. And we have all the different zone types. So you can see here letter A, B, C, D, E, F over here, and the rest going on below. So for example, here A, this contains 8 zones, which all 8 are A. So you can pick up the zone you want and put it here. So for example, we will now pick up, as we know, zone 1 and 2 we've seen on the Excel sheet. Zone 1 and 2 were type A, and therefore we will pick up here A here and A here, and you can see we already select them. It selects also the sensors, the air conditioners, the actuators, everything. We'll type CP for copy, and our reference point is a power supply connection right over here in the corner. So we'll pick it up from this reference point and add it onto the wiring center right over here. You can see it takes everything with it, and we add in the nut here. So wiring center number 1 now has zone A, zone 1 and 2 as application type A. Now we will pick up the other 2, which we said zones 3 and 4 are application type B. So here we'll pick up from zone 3 and 4, and again CP, and we will copy it from this corner, which is the reference point, to the reference point over here. Zone number 5 was, we said, type C, and therefore application type C for zone number 5. We'll pick it up from here, again CP from this corner to the wiring center. Next zone, zone number 6, will be application type E. Here we go. So here we'll pick up application type E for zone 6. CP, again from the reference point. To the reference point on our wiring center. We have now F. So we've not used C, just for the, let's use C at zone 7 for example. So we're going to pick up C for zone 7. CP. And here we go. Put it in place, and we will use zone F for zone 8. So we'll pick up from zone 8 F, copy it into place. Now we completed 1 wiring center. We can add controllers if we want to have, let's say, local Modbus controllers. Here we go. We have them here. We have them added. We'll show how to add them. So let's take them away and show how to add. So we will go over here at the bottom, where we can see we have room controllers. Let's say we're using the budget one, so we'll pick up all 8. CP, again pick up the reference point over here, right over here, and add add it to the wiring center. So as you can see over here, it's adding those controllers right over here for all 8 zones. If you have any zone that has 2 air conditioners in one room, and then if you want one cool plug, daisy chain to 2 air conditioners instead of 2 cold plugs, you will see you have this option you can pick up right over here. So you can pick up pairs together and put them up there instead for the specific zone. Here you have some sample zones of all 16 applications, all 22 applications. You can see it all over here. So if you need any samples, reminders, it's all here. Once we have it set up, we go to the layout. Here's the layout for wiring center M1. So we have 8 different wiring centers that we can do on one sheet. So here is the wiring center ready for print. Obviously before we can change the room names on the model. Now we can print it like this. It also shows on the print over here. Obviously it shows temperature sensors, floor and room temperature sensors. It also shows over here the zone application type, the dip switch settings, so which dip switches should be on. If it's on, it's on 1, otherwise it's 0. And if there's any parameter settings to set, it will tell you here which parameter settings. So for example, this one, there is a parameter setting, but that's the default, so you can keep it. This one, you will have to set it to 2. So it shows the different parameter settings. Now the view of this, you have 2 options to view it. You can view it in the schematic option, and you can also add, if you like, here you can switch on a layer of the PCB, and now you can view it with the PCB itself. You can even remove the PCB lines over here. You're switching those layers off, so you can print it with this PCB only, and then you can also remove the PCB and add the others in order to have the details. So you can plot it in both options. Thank you for watching.